Hey guys, Lexi here. First of all, I want to excuse me for any noise coming from the background. I'm sitting in the garden. You can see it's very nice weather here in Spain. Yeah, so I decided to make a couple of videos again on how to make rigs and the rest of the stuff. Never actually occurred to me that I would start doing that again, but my son called me the other day and he saw a video that I made about 8 months ago on how to make a KD rig. I watched the video back. I have to delete it because it sucked and it was very wrong. So yeah, he asked me to do a couple of more videos on that, so I decided to do that. And basically, what else to do when you're sitting at home in quarantine because of COVID-19/Corona? Yeah, so I'm going to make a couple of videos on how to make rigs. Today I'm going to do the Bowrig, the Bowrig in 2 different versions, old style, new style. After that I'm going to do maybe the KD rig to make a better video of it than I did last time. Ronnie rig, German stiff rig. We're gonna see it, I don't know. Just what rig I feel like doing at the time. Philip, thank you for the motivation, my boy, and I hope these videos are helpful to you and they look better than the other ones. So let's get to it. Okay guys, like I said, I'm going to start with the old school Bowrig first. I already put the T-shaped hook beat on the hook, as you can see. Now you put it somewhere around there because that's where, maybe a little bit higher, that's where the other part of the line is coming to later. Now I took the liberty off camera to already make a little bit of a loop. This loop is supposed to be about 3 centimeters. Yeah, I always struggle with those things, so I decided to do that off camera. Now what you want to do is put the loop from the front to the back through the eye of the needle of the hook. So now normally you would take a micro ring swivel. I don't have a micro ring swivel. I have the next best thing. That's one that's a little bit bigger. I will show it to you. Now it looks exactly the same, just a little bit bigger. So what you want to do now is put the loop through the eye, hold it here, and then take the loop and put it around the hook like this. Just easily swift it through. Now you take the swivel, pull it to the front, pull the main line, and it's very important that the swivel stays between the line, like you see here, between the line and the hook beat. Very important. Yeah, so that's basically the first part of the old style Bowrig. Now we come to this side. What you need is an anti-tangle hook, anti-tangle sleeve. Looks like this. Small on this side, big on that side. Has a reason. Now what you want to do is take the line and put it in the small side that it comes out on the big side. Push it all the way back because you have to make a loop here. Now again, I'm very bad at these things, but I'm going to try it on camera anyway. And if I don't succeed, I can cheat. I'm going to take a boilie needle and pull it through. And there I have my little loop. Put a little bit of spit on it. Then I have my little, let's call it a multi-tool. You can get this very cheap on the website Wish. comes in very handy. Pull it, that the knot is nice and tight. Of course, take the come on. Take this part off, take this part off. Like that. And pull it again, make sure that it's good. Better that it's not good now than in the water, but you can see it's good. So what you do then, you take the sleeve, pull it all the way up till the loop, like that, and there you have it. And basically this is how the old school bow rig looks like that. Maybe a little bit better like this, so like that. Now I also want to explain you the reason why we have this, why we have this. Yeah, when for example you are fishing on carp and your rig is broken, doesn't matter what kind of rig you use. Yeah, now let's imagine this is your main line. Yeah, then you have here something called a quick link swivel. Line is broken, blah blah, you take your old rig off, but you want to be fast with the new rig, so you put it around here, put the sleeve around it, pull it up as far as you can, like this, and boom, done. And you can go fishing. That's it. Rig broken, pull the sleeve back, hook it out, new rig, sleeve up as far as you can, and you go again. So that was the old style bow rig. Now this is good because although we cannot be fishing now because of the quarantine and the COVID-19 / coronavirus, I can still be prepared. So I'm going to push this aside. I'm going to put it right here. And now I'm going to show you how to make a new style bow rig. Again, the hook, I'm going to take some line, again about 25 centimeters. I always do a little bit more because all the extra stuff that you have to pull off. Now what I'm going to do now, you see here that I make a loop and put it through the eye, blah blah blah, what I just explained you. This one is going to be a lot different. Take one end of the line, push it through the eye of the hook, lay it around the back side of the hook, make sure that you hold it tight, you pull on this side, and then you go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. You can do it 8 times, 6 times, it's just what you want. I just like the number 7. What you do then, take the other end again from the front through the back of the eye, pull it, a little bit of saliva if you want to, pull it real good, and this is what you call a knotless knot. Again, take the excessive part out, and believe me, even you think like, oh, he took the part out, this is really 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 strong. Yeah, now normally with the old rig I would say like put the swivel on it. Now we have something like this. Forgive me for I don't know the name. I just call it a fake swivel, just for the sake of it. So what you do, you take this end, put the hook in there. You can easily slide it over. Oh, hold on. So, like I said, put the small side over. You can easily slide it over. Make sure that this one goes with it. Slide it as far as you can. Slide it as far as you can. And then basically this has the same function as the swivel. Now what I'm going to do on the other side is exactly the same. Now I am a creature of habit, so I want the front to match with the back. So instead of this, I'm taking this. Now as you can see, also a small side and a bigger side. This goes exactly the same. Now personally I think they make this a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut a little bit of it off. Don't throw it away, maybe you can use it for different things. So again, line into the small side, push it all the way through. Yeah. Now here, make a loop again, nice and easy. And this time I even managed to do it without my little cheat help. Pull it nice and tidy. The excessive parts out again. And there you go. And this is the new part. Now, I want to show you how to put the bait on the needle. Old style, new style. So here I have a boilie. Yeah, and you've seen me using the boilie needle the whole time for cheating with making loops and all that, to make it a little bit easier for me. But you also have something called a boilie drill. Very small, very nice. I use it all the time. So what you do, yeah, just push it in a little bit in the beginning, and then like a normal drill, only this time the drill doesn't turn, the boilie turns. And voila, here you see it coming out the other side. Yeah, push it through, make sure that the hole is nice. Now next thing I do is take a little piece of line, which I of course already cut. I'm going to use the old style rig first. Yeah, put it through the small eye. Take both ends together, pull it. Now as you can see, I already did that before. Yeah, now I have a hole in the boilie already. So what I'm going to do now is take the needle, push it through the boilie, do this, No, make sure the safety is on, that the boilie can slide over easily. Yeah, we do this, push the needle and the other ends come out. Now what you want to do, you want to pull it over the first eye of the swivel. But only that, no further, only over the eye of the swivel. Why do we do that? Like this is far enough. Why do we do that? Because it still has its momentum to be able to turn around. Yeah? Then you take this part off. Not all the way, just a little bit. Keep it like this. What you do then, take a lighter, ow, burn it a little bit, and there you go. There you have your Bowrig. Now I always like to see what it does on the bottom, so of course I have my tank of water, but I can tell you now, if I'm going to put this rig in, it's going to float. Let me show you. There you go. This is not what you want. You want it not to float at the surface. You want to float it a little bit above the bottom. So this is what we do. Put it there again. We have something called tungsten. It's sticky material. That's why it is wrapped in paper and not just loose in the whole thing. Now mine is a little bit older, so it's a little bit stickier and it doesn't look the way it's supposed to look. But I'm going to show you what it does anyway. I'm just going to take a little bit because I'm not going to leave it on. Yeah, make sure you have a nice piece. Like that. You put it somewhere about 2 to 3 centimeters above the hook on the line. Put it around. And this is how it looks now. So now let's try the floating again. Here we go. Here's the tank. I'm just going to drop it. See? And now you can see the tungsten is on the bottom and the hook is just a little bit above the bottom. It just depends how many room you leave between the tungsten and the hook. So, and there you have it. That's how it looks with the old style and the presentation. The boilie is going to be so far up, as much space that you leave between the hook and the tungsten. So now how to put a boilie on the new style. Basically the beginning part is the same. You take a boilie, I took a different color this time. You take the boilie drill, push it in a little bit, turn the boilie, this one is a little bit stubborn. Okay, there we go. There we go. Here you see it, a nice little hole. Let's take a little bit of line. And if you're wondering what that sound is on the background, I'm sitting outside, sun is shining, and still it's thundering. Nah, yeah, who cares? Now, basically this is also the same as you just saw with the old style let's take this part as the little eye of the swivel, line through, take the ends together, pull it, not too much, because don't forget this is just plastic or rubber or whatever. Yeah, so that breaks very easily. Now, before I did it with the boilie needle, go through the boilie and blah blah blah, but now I think the hole is big enough, I can just push it through, and I was right. Yeah, now you don't want to push this all the way up till here. Yeah, because you want to have the boilie to be able to turn around a little bit, to have a little bit of movement. Yeah, so you don't do that. Basically, this is also the same. Cut it off to a certain length. So this time I'm going to try and not burn my fingers. Madre mia. That's what happens when you're too cautious. But then again, easy as that. Push it through. Lighter. Burn it. Stomp it. And there you go. Presentation of the new style. Basically the same, only instead of with the swivel, you have this little thing. And again, I don't know what the name is, I forgot. Also with this, sounds kind of logical if you ask me, but not everybody gets it always. So let's take a little bit of tungsten. Take a little bit of tungsten. Make it nice and flat in the length. And if you're wondering, by the way, why I do it in the length, you take more line, so the weight of the tungsten is more separated on the line, which makes it heavier. Here we go again. Roll it around like a little sausage. Like this. Here we go. Like that. Drop it in. And now you see the same. So now you can see I didn't put too much tungsten on here. It's lying a little bit higher. You can see that this is smaller than this piece, but it has the same effect. So that was the video on how to make the bow rigs, old style, new style. Let's go over it one more time. Old style with a micro ring swivel, or well, this swivel is not so micro, and then with a green sleeve to be able to make it very easy to change your rig if you want to. A little bit of tungsten in the middle. Again, you saw the way this rig was behaving with this pop-up boilie on it. If you want the rig to be the boilie to be further away from the bottom, make sure that the tungsten goes more in the direction of your rod, and let's say further away from the hook. Yeah. I have to say, for the people that are new to carp fishing, this is not a boilie. Yeah, it's a boilie, but it's a pop-up boilie. So this is supposed to be floating. When you put a normal boilie on the ground, it will sink. Yeah. New style rig with the plastic thing that I still don't remember the name of, but hey, who cares? and of course a different kind of sleeve, but that's just because I'm the kind of person that likes to match colors. um, Tungsten exactly the same. Behavior of the boilie a little bit less, it can't turn around but it can still dance a little bit. Yeah. What I also want to tell you is, as good luck, because I didn't tell you this before, when you go making rigs, and it doesn't make any difference what kind of rigs you are making, make sure you have a bucket of water next to you, or the thing that I have with water, a little bit bigger, preferably see-through. That way you can determine what the behavior of your rig will be once you go to the river fishing, when you go carp fishing. Like I said, these two things that I have on here are pop-up boilies. They are be meant to floating. If I were you, I would try them with a boilie and a pop-up boilie, a boilie and a half pop-up boilie called Snowman, basically, if I'm not mistaken. Only with the boilie, just try anything different what you have, try all the boilies that you have, try all the pop-ups that you have. That way you know what the behavior is once you get to the water and go fishing. Again, I hope this video was helpful to you. Philip, thank you for the inspiration, my boy. I will be doing a lot of them, and of course I hope they will help you too. For now, this is it. The only thing left for me to do is ask you to like and share this video, subscribe to my channel LexCarp, and you will see more videos popping up in the future. No pun intended. For now, that's it. Happy carp hunting.